Okay, we are live. Hello, everybody. As you can see, we've got Paul there, and below Paul, it says Coach Hack. He will be there. That he's got his screen ready to go for you guys. So I think he'll be off camera, but you'll hear his voice today. And he's gonna talk a little bit about the Iowa offense. He was challenged to do this by some people, and for whatever reason, they challenged him to do the Nebraska game. So that's what we're gonna do tonight. We would like to, let you know that this is meant to be a positive thing to kind of show what's going on with the offense and stuff. But you're going to see some negative things too on these clips. Don't get too worked up over it because that's not our intent, guys. I think our intent is just to kind of show that Brian does have a decent offense. Is that our intent, Paul?
I think so. I think this is going to be really interesting. And I'm excited that we're finally getting to do this. Kind of really get a little bit of a breakdown of what we're trying to get to offensively, and if we have personnel that can play competently, right? Like I don't think we need to have an NFL Hall of Famer at quarterback, and I don't think we need to have, Hall of Fame wide receivers to get separation and work. The scheme, I think what we're going to find here is that the scheme's actually effective. You just have to execute. And so I'm excited for us to be able to really kind of take a deeper dive into things than we typically would, and show how things could be if we get competent play, especially from the quarterback position.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Guys, I'm going to try not to show too many of the comments tonight because that gives Jason a smaller screen to work with. But yes, Jason, Jared, we just talked to you about what the main topic was. Hopefully you heard the whole thing. But we will be discussing the Iowa offense, and what's good about it, and what just whatever Jason has on his mind. Jason, have you returned to us yet?
Not quite, it seems like, but so I know he had posted it, and maybe you posted it too. There was a graphic, and this is different than what we were talking about off air, of the top football programs of the decade that had Iowa in the top 10. I was surprised to see them that high. It was from ESPN's power ranking or something of top programs of the decade. But
So we had.
It's amazing.
So that's 20 or 21? Is 20 in that 2020?
Maybe just the last 10 years period.
Okay, that could be it. 20, 20, 21, 22. So we win 6, 10, and 8 games overall. That puts us in the top 10. That's amazing.
Well, decade, 10 years.
Okay, so, I thought when they said at the beginning of the decade so far, I took that to mean since 2020 started.
And that could absolutely be. But yeah, I mean, that doesn't really seem like a top 10 level team to me in this decade. But if they were talking about over the last 10 years, but I'm looking forward to the offense. Hopefully they recruit. And Jared, I think wait until you see what we're about to watch here, because I think what we're going to see, and I could be wrong on this, the offensive line wasn't even as bad as we thought it was. We just had such bad quarterback play, and inability to move within the pocket, and inability to properly read defenses, and inability to make pre-snap reads. It would just I don't think the offensive line play was as bad as we suspect it was, or remember it being. And so
100%. The one of the biggest things what you just said though is my biggest pet peeve of Brian Ferentz is not getting the quarterback to the line of scrimmage, especially Petrus. With what you said in your pre-snap reads, you're right on, but that's also a part of not getting the quarterback to the line of scrimmage with like 15 to 20 seconds to go on the play clock. That's like that's about the only thing that I will harp on Brian. So Paul, yeah, you're spot on with everything you just said.
Well, Jason, we kind of gave them an idea of what we're going to be talking about for most of the night. So if you want to take it away and tell them what you want to tell them and show what you want to show, they're looking forward to it, it looks like.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to start by saying that this isn't to diss Petrus. This isn't the dish Padilla. I'm sorry. Padilla. I'm going to talk about the quarterback and the receivers and stuff. I'm going to talk a little bit about what I would tell the quarterback to do as well, right? What my quarterbacks would do in these situations, which is why I'm so hard on the quarterbacks. You guys know I was very positive coming into the last season because Petrus worked his butt off, but he just never improved, right? Because he doesn't have it talent-wise, but I bet you he's going to be a great coach because he's a hard worker and wants to learn. So I am not harping on like Petrus in a big negative way. He's just not a very good QB, but he's probably going to be a very good QB coach and farther. Padilla, I mean, in this game, he actually didn't play that bad. He still had accuracy issues. I think he completed 54% or so of his passes, but he also threw a lot of short passes. But in the fourth quarter, Padilla got caught fire and kind of showed what an Iowa quarterback can do when they catch fire. There is literally open receivers every single game. So we're going to go through all that. We're just going to watch the offense. And if you guys enjoy this, we can I've already been told to do the Michigan game next. And Paul wants to do the Purdue game. So if this is something you guys enjoy, we can we can just go through the whole season as long as I can anyway. All right. So this is the opening drive of the Nebraska game. And the reason we're doing Nebraska is because you guys who follow me know I always talk about the first 5 minutes of the Nebraska game. So this is why, and I had somebody who always hates on me come at me and wants me to prove it to him. Now watch the offensive line. Now Logan Jones had a heck of a game. See, we got a hat on a hat. Now this isn't going to go very far, but that's because of the wide receivers and tight end. They didn't block anybody on the edge. But the offensive line did okay. Logan Jones only had one bad snap, and he played a really good game. And actually, he was getting so good that he was an impact player on this game. But see, Connor Colby right there moved the left guard. That's the reason why the offensive line is playing bad during the season is he was at tackle, and he's not at tackle. Now watch okay, see, you have a wide open receiver at the top of the screen, but there is somebody that comes right through. I guess they're supposed to slide block. So this is on the offensive line right here. Logan Jones and 50, is that 56, 58? I'm not sure what they were doing. The offensive line did get beat on this one.
Who is that at the 24-yard line that was uncovered?
Right. There was open receivers, but that one, I don't remember that particular play. So that one is on the O-line. I'm not sure what Logan Jones and 56 were doing.
I disagree. Can you rewind it? Can we go back to that?
If you want to. I just don't know how long you want to make the video.
Well, I just want to make a point here.
Right here.
So it looks like it was Reganey. Reganey in the slot. If you watch him.
Yeah, Reganey's always open, like I said.
But okay,
section. Yeah. Reganey was the guy to throw to. If he throws it to the first down marker, because that's how you throw those routes, Reganey would have came back and it would have been a wide open catch, first down. So you're right. But it was slide protection, which is something the offensive line struggles with. I'm not going to lie. However, they don't do it very often this game. But you will see one where Jack Plum completely misses this guy on a slide protection. All day. You're going to tell me that right here. Now, what's wrong with this pocket? Now, I would teach him to step up just a half a step in the pocket, but I would also have him. Now, look, Reganey. See, once again, he's always targeting the outside. Reganey is right there, wide open, right in his sights. He had a wide open pocket. This is no excuse for this misread. You can see Reganey right in the middle of the field. Once again, Reganey is always open, which is why I say next year he's probably going to catch 50 to 60 balls. He caught 44 as a freshman with Nate Stanley. But this was a bad read on the quarterback. See Reganey coming across?
Mm-hmm.
So that's where, as far as the quarterback, that's where I would blame the quarterback. He had all day, and Reganey was right in front of him. It wasn't on the opposite side of the field. That looked like pass interference. But Reganey was wide open. So the offensive line did their part on that particular, other than the slide protection, but there was also a couple wide open receivers. We don't want to watch that part. That was when you know who got knocked out. Yeah, Nebraska held the ball a long time in the first half. Okay, right here. I want everybody to see this part. Look who an impact player is. Logan Jones. That's why he's projected to be a first-round pick as well. Him and Connor Colby are both first-round picks. Not next year. Well, Connor Colby is projected to be a first-round pick next year. Logan Jones will be the following year. All day. This is what I wanted you. Now, what excuse do we have right here for the quarterback? Look who is wide open to your right. Wide. I think it's Reganey.
Jeez.
Wide.
It probably is Reganey.
It is. He's wide open on every.
And all he has to do is just make a catchable throw there, and I mean that's a first down.
You do this in your.
That's a great play call, great execution, everything but the throw.
Yep, right here. Well, there's zero excuses, and I have zero excuses for the quarterback. I'm hard on the quarterbacks, but this isn't even being hard on the quarterbacks. Offensive line did great. The route running was good. Reganey once again burns his man, which is what he does all day in every game he plays. That's why I think if he gets an invite or his pro day, he will make a team in the NFL.
He still could have come up with that. I mean, the thing is, it shouldn't have been that hard. They could have hit him between the 8 and the 9.
Yeah, I want to make a point here. Petrus is 0 for 3, and he's had wide open receivers, right? He did have that one slide protection that I missed. Right here. Look at the blocking. We got a hat on a hat. Our guard is going to take the linebacker. That's Williams. That's not KJ, right? Everybody wants to say KJ's so good. He went 10 yards right up the gut and wasn't even hardly touched. The offensive line was moving.
That was a nice tandem block there with the left guard in the center.
Yeah.
Our two impact guys.
Yeah.
Jones and
right.
They're going to show it. But
Jones and Colby right here. Look at that. So that's another one. So far, we've only got one negative play by the offensive line. And that was Williams running the football. What everybody likes to say only KJ did it. Now, if Williams cuts this outside, look at that.
Yeah.
If he just follows his blocking, this is still good blocking. There is a big man behind Williams. But if he just kicks it in, look, he still can't catch him. He kicks it in top gear. Oh, that's a different play. He did do exactly what he should have done.
Yeah.
Okay. See, I'm going off memory, but he did exactly what the offensive line blocked great this time with Williams running the football. I got to keep her ear next. Everybody wants to talk about how great KJ, which he is a great running back. He's probably going to go for 1,500. But Williams is good too, but you just have to block better. So Williams has 2 carries and 21 yards. Blocked. Everybody's blocked all day to throw. Wide open. This is why I put so much pressure on the quarterback. This is literally wide open. And this was all season. So this is why I protect the offensive line. I mean, it's silly how hard we are on the offensive line when they weren't as bad as what everybody wants them to be. I mean, to me, this is crazy. Look at this pocket. And he could step up in the pocket a hair. Right. And he just drills it wide open receiver. How do we blame the offensive line for that? So far, we're 5 minutes into the Nebraska game, and the offensive line has made one mistake on the slide protection. The run blocking has been next to perfect, right? And the pass blocking has been really good. Now, seeing this as a play caller, I'd probably run the ball out of shotgun more often. Just me. But because it seems like running the ball out of shotgun right now is really messing with Nebraska. And they only got 4 guys. 5 guys came, and, you know, it wasn't a loss. It was a gain of 3 or 4. The line blocked, right? They didn't get blown up. That's an every single game play right there, right? Where you gain 3 or 4 yards on a run play. It wasn't as good of blocking as they were coming in the previous couple plays. Oh, wait. Let's see if – no, this ain't it. Okay.
All right, so now we're going empty.
Yep. All day to throw. Oh, this is this play. Now, this one, he did have all day. I don't know why he rolled left. And he did have open receivers, which I think they're going to do a replay and show you. But it takes a good quarterback to see these open receivers. Bruce and Vines were both open. But, I mean,
once he started running to his left like that for really no reason, he ended up cutting half the field off. His vision couldn't. Yeah.
Look at Coach. That's what Coach is telling him. But right here, okay, Vines is going to be open right here. Now at the top of the screen, look at Bruce. So as he's rolling left, he should have seen at least Bruce, but Vines he would have saw in the pocket, right?
Right.
So it just doesn't. This is why I'm hard on Petrus as far as the quarterback is concerned. He worked his tail off to get better. Just not.
Yeah. And by the way, there too, the other thing, once he rolled to his left, he didn't set his feet, right? So I mean, he's kind of chucking it off as, off balance, just throwing it away. Which, I mean, but the thing was that he didn't have to do that. There were guys open, and there was time. He wasn't confident.
Okay, so if you remember Vines' route. Like, watch this. If he just stays in the pocket, he should have saw Vines. Right here, Vines is wide open. Chuck, get it to him. Now, right here, Bruce is wide open. And he does that. So, I mean, there's just some things that it's out of Brian's control as a play caller. And this is why Petrus only threw 24 touchdowns in his 3-year career. Started 31 games through 24 touchdowns. And this is huge. He's in the pocket. Vines wide open. Okay, he rolls to his left. Bruce wide open. Throw it right in front of him. Let Bruce go get it.
Throw it low and let him go down and get it.
Yeah, just throw it in front of him and he'll beat. I mean, he's going to have the defender boxed out and he'll beat the guy to the ball, right? If you're in front of the guy, you're open. That's not wide open, but it's open. Okay. Yeah, that's why. However, this is the game I got challenged on. That was already an excuse somebody was going to make. But if that's the case, this proves why we lost to Nebraska. It wasn't the offensive line. I understand that Nebraska's defense was terrible, but the offensive line played good enough to win this game. Let's see. This might be the because the title. Oh, this is it. This should have been an audible, I bet. No, never mind.
So they were the 128th defense. We were the 131st offense. I mean,
Good point.
So we did last.
yeah, I mean, it was literally the pillow fight of the week. Then, I mean, it was bad on bad.
And it wasn't the O-line's fault. See, Peters is 0 for 5 right now with a clean jersey and wide open open receivers. I'm not going to say wide on all of them because they weren't. All day, and he completes his first pass.
That was the best read and best play he had made, absolutely, to that point.
Yep. And did you see it was Regini wide open? And he's literally wide open all game, every game.
And you can read Mickey Joseph's lips right there going, he's wide open on every play.
Right.
My God.
I mean, his route running is phenomenal. I'm not going to lie. Like, he's got the best route running. Okay, this might be the play. Now, why? Let's see what Peters does here. I'm waiting for the Peters play. Nope, this ain't it. That was pretty good blocking.
Yeah, we got about 4 yards out of it. I mean, anytime you can get 4 or more on the ground, that's a successful running play.
Yeah, 3 or 4. I mean, that's what you're shooting for on a blocking scheme, right? It's just sometimes you get more. As long as they're not getting blown up in the backfield.
Mm-hmm. If first contact is made by the back 7, that's a successful running play.
Okay, it's this point. Okay, right here. Now watch. This is where it should have been an audible, and I believe Peters even saw it. The guy at the top waving his hands. He's telling, Peters. Okay, I thought Peters actually pointed at it. But right here should have been an audible. He knows that guy is over there and he's going to be coming because you don't have a receiver on that side. So since there's no receiver over there, except for way at the top, they're not going to be coming that way. So that guy's going to be blitzing. And this is how, and he doesn't, and right here, he needs to just chuck it. He should have known that guy was coming. This is my point about the quarterback. He should have known that they didn't have a guy to block him, right? They legit did not have somebody to block that outside guy. And that is the quarterback's job to know. You know the play, you know the play call. Either audible to the run play off of this, right? Instead of doing the play action, they're like, okay, defense won this. Defense won this just by lining up. Right? Defense, they don't even have a receiver at the top. They got nothing. So he's got nothing to do but blitz. He's telling you he's blitzing. And Peters still runs the play. He doesn't even turn and chuck it.
What's even worse was, I guess we had it set up there with pre-snap motion. So we had a guy there that could have blocked. But
he could have kept him there.
Right.
Wanted him to evidently go to the flat because what Lachey was going to do was run the arrow route out of the backfield.
Mm-hmm.
So he came from motion, run the arrow, but a quarterback has to know that this isn't going to work by the alignment the defense is on. I have to audible out of that. So that is on the quarterback because they didn't have anybody to block him. That's not the offensive line's fault either. Right. That is on the quarterback.
And, maybe it's also on the coaching staff to the point where, they can call a timeout from the sideline. They can go, hey, well, this is, we're setting ourselves up for failure here, right?
Well, right, but you can't wait timeout. Like, you teach the quarterbacks coming into the game, what to do pre-snap, all that. Like, you can't be wasting timeout now in the first half. Of course you can, but that's on Petrus to get out of that particular play. Kind of like when we ran the tunnel screens and the bubble screens before. It's you remember, the latest one I remember is Petrus throwing the pick 6 against Colorado State.
Mm-hmm.
He got caught from behind on the bubble, like they were first and goal, and then he lined up straight up, so you can't run the bubble screen or the tunnel screen in that for deep formation, so you audible. And most of the time, all those have 2 plays. So that's a huge part of this as well. The quarterback has to be able to see that pre-snap stuff.
Yes, Kirk, we're all feeling the same way at the moment.
Hey guys, as you notice, I've been in and out. The family's in the other room. They're getting ready to serve cake and ice cream, so I'm going to disappear for a few minutes again.
That's fine. Whatever you got to do.
Yeah.
Okay, so far, there's been one negative play on the offensive line, and Petrus was 1 for 7 throwing.
All right, we ready?
And he only got hit the one time, and he got hurt. Now, we'll continue with the offensive line play. And no making fun of Petrus here. But, after half, I believe he comes out in a sling, and everybody had all these conspiracy theories.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Look at this blocking.
Man.
Just another good play. See, he's doing you can see he did show that his shoulder is stiff.
Yeah. Well, you get 8 yards running the ball on first down. It's a killer.
The famous Padilla miss under center.
Yeah.
He did that against Ohio State on the very first snap, remember?
Yeah.
Oh, Bo Stevens is out there. Bo Stevens got killed.
Unforced error there. That was just one of those things. But you know what? A lot of people, we're saying, if Padilla played more, we probably don't have those problems.
There's a hole to the left. They're pushing in the middle, and he just fell forward.
Yeah.
So that was what would you call it? Gosh darn, I'm having a brain fart. Was it when you have tug of war and you're like even? That was an even.
Yeah.
It's called something. I don't remember. But that was basically just a scrum that he just fell forward for.
It was enough. Got the first down, new set of downs here.
Right. Oh, yeah, this is one of my favorites. Look at the block by the fullback. Look at the offensive line. Lachey.
Look at Lachey there, yeah.
Lachey's killing his guy. The defensive line is just getting murdered. Look at that.
And again, he's not touched until the secondary, right?
Yeah, touched until the secondary. Eli Miller. It sucks that Eli's hurt. He's out for the year. The fullback.
Oh, okay.
He was a true freshman, I think, last year. He's a walk-on fullback. Hog mollies up front.
By the way, the much maligned Jack Plum, he was just drafted in the XFL draft.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he took a bad rap for a lot of things that was on the quarterback as well. There's one play in here that is on the quarterback. Okay, now this play is one that I'm really curious how it was designed, right? Because there are plays when you don't run the running back that you don't block somebody for your running back to actually make miss. And that works right here. But Eli Miller, the fullback, goes right by this dude to a linebacker, which tells me that they want to leave this guy alone, which is interesting enough because the offensive line is doing their job, right? Look at that. Eli, first one went right by this dude, but Williams makes him miss and turns it into a good game.
Right.
But there are run plays, that's why you need to run the no huddle. I mean, that's why you run the quarterback because you have that extra blocker. There's a lot of run plays. Dean, can you text Dean? Tell him to mute his thing. He muted all the other times, didn't he?
I don't know.
Once again, offensive line just dominated. Did you see that play, Paul?
Yes, I did.
And this is the offensive line we made fun of and blamed for the loss. It's just crazy.
Now, when people want to blame the offensive line, they want to blame the play calling, right? Now, I feel like what we've seen so far is the play calling. There's not anything wrong with it.
No, there's one where the offensive line got beat. Okay, so there's 2 plays in the first quarter the offensive line got beat. So far, there's nothing I would change as far as play calling, except for maybe running a few more plays out of shot. As far as running the ball. But other than that, I mean, the offensive line played well in the first quarter, and we have 0 points because we can't complete passes.
Right. To wide open guys who are at times running uncovered.
Yeah. So now, nobody can argue with, what I'm saying as far as facts. I'm showing the facts right here that this particular person, I don't know if he wants me to say who he is, so I'm not going to say it.
Yeah, we don't want to dox anybody.
Yeah. But I hope he's watching, or I hope he can watch it later, whenever. Because now when he responds to me, I'm going to point him to this video. You said do Nebraska. I mean, I watched this game. I already knew. I've watched this game 5 times. I've watched every Iowa game 5 times.
Right.
But I already knew how well the offensive line did this game, which is why I always say just watch the first 5 minutes of the Nebraska game.
Yeah. I mean, I would take it a step further. And again, by the way, we were doing this without probably, our best offensive player, Laporta.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Right.
And I mean, he was our best all-around offensive player. So I mean, I feel like every position group has played well except quarterback.
No, I agree. This one might be on Padilla. If this is the play, no, they're not blitzing 6. I'm not sure what this play is, but it's coming up soon. Yeah. Look at that. Once again.
And they were coming downhill at the snap, Nebraska was.
Yeah.
The offensive line really blocked that up pretty well. I mean, and we ended up with about 9 yards there.
Well, I think they got 5 yards. They needed 6.
Okay.
6 or 7. Largest comeback, 3 points.
Twice.
And of course, we get it with the quarterback sneak.
This has been a very good drive.
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
it would have been great if Padilla just knew. And it was a bad snap. There's a coming up a play, and I think it might. Oh, look at Coach.
He's going, hey,
let's go.
Let's go.
Oh, yeah. It's already 20 seconds. What the hell were they doing? This ain't the play. Okay. You shouldn't have took that outside. You should have cut it inside. But yeah, that was another stalemate. There's the word I was looking for. That's another stalemate on the offense and defensive lines. But if he would have cut that inside, he would have picked up a few.
Well, now we're behind the chains.
Yep.
So,
okay. This is what. Yep. Here comes another one. Now, right here, Padilla should tell the right tackle, Jack Plum, to watch the outside rusher. There's 5 guys coming. We have 5 guys to block.
mm-hmm.
Oh, wait. Well, it's coming up. Dang it. Oh, he did. He just. Why'd you do that, Lachey?
Now,
really?
yeah, we went from behind the chains to, oh, God. Drive killer. I mean.
Okay, same thing. They're sending 5. We have 5 guys there to block, right? But Dia's got to see. Okay, never mind. He's got all day. So this is.
Yeah, good protection.
Yeah.
Didn't really have to leave the pocket, but did. All right. You know what? That wasn't terrible.
No, that was actually pretty good. It must be this play. Since it's coming up, it kills this drive. But, I mean, right there, that was actually pretty good. And Regini got open like he does.
At 15, he's tired of chasing after Nico Regini. And he hands on his back hips like, I'm tired of running after this dude.
Okay, yeah, here it is. Now they're sending 6.
We're naked, right?
Blockers. Now, Paul, we've actually discussed this before. What do you do when they blitz 6?
Well, you got to throw into the blitz, right?
Yes. You throw into the blitz. Now, on this particular one, he has, I believe, the whip route on the outside. So he needs to just get rid of the ball. Hey, Dean, when you leave, can you mute your stuff?
Can you hear us back there?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
There's a party going on, and we're all jealous.
I like cake.
Yeah. But right, they're sending 6. Now, Padilla, now this is a bad snap. This is the only bad snap of the game. But Padilla could have easily turned around and just threw it out to where I believe it's Bruce. He runs the whip route. Right here, he even points at him. But they don't have enough guys. But if we throw into the blitz on this one, they actually drop. But see the whip route open?
Yeah.
At the top of the screen? That should have been his first thought. Okay, we're not going to be able to block these guys. I have to get this out. I know right now I'm pointing at the guy coming, and I know Bruce is going to run a really quick whip route. There's absolutely zero chance that corner out there that's playing 10 yards off is going to be able to get there, right? That's the kind of stuff you think about when you're the quarterback. That's what I teach the quarterbacks. You know what the play is being called. The defense tells you what. You can see this is man-to-man across the board. They're sending 6. They're using 5 to cover, man-to-man. Easy stuff. Now, if we throw into the blitz on this one, which is what we were talking about, Paul, because they actually dropped back, they didn't send all 6. They faked it, and there would have been somebody on the slant. However, with how far off that corner is, you should be looking at the whip route, especially with the bad snap as well. See, I believe the snap goes to Patilla's left. And he's got to turn right here, throw it. Just chuck it out there, even if you chuck it out of bounds.
Actually, let's go back to the beginning of the play.
Okay. Was that a fumble that Nebraska picked up?
Yes.
Yeah. So the other thing that you know, if you wanted to be aggressive, I'm looking from the slot guy at the top to it looks like maybe the safety, the middle of the field where that umpire is wide open, right? Yeah. So if you throw a post route right to where that referee's right over his head, there's nobody there to defend it.
Right. That depends on Lachey's route running and speed, and if he can beat the safety. So, but I mean, and if you look, and this is another thing you look at as a quarterback, which is why I want the quarterback to a line of scrimmage with 15 to 20 seconds to go in the play clock, is because look where the safety is lining up with Lachey. Look how he's inside shaded.
Right.
He's playing for that play that you're talking about. Like he's playing inside, so he's going to take away the easy slant, and he's going to take away anything on the inside.
Like a skinny post or something. Okay.
Yeah. So you could probably do a quick corner route, right? You could do a short corner route or something, just do a quick move. However, Padilla won't have the time because they're sending 6, and Padilla, with the bad snap, that hurts Padilla's time, but he still has to know to throw this ball away.
But even, I mean, like we talked about here too, is you're saying that, this is man across the board, right?
Yeah.
So, Lachey, I'm pretty sure he's 6'6", 6'6", 6'7". I'd like to think he could win some one-on-one matchups.
And actually, you'll see that later where I feel the same way on some plays. There is a play with Lachey right down the middle with the safety covering him in the not in the red zone, maybe probably somewhere in this area in the fourth quarter where he had time and he should have took the shot. But here it was all about the bad snap by Logan. The bad snap throws everything off, but he should have just got it to Bruce right there.
The snap didn't look that bad.
Well, with when your quarterback doesn't have hands, there will be quarterbacks, obviously, that will be able to handle that. But our quarterbacks Padilla don't have hands, so he had to bobble it a little bit. But like I said, he had to know that guy was coming, that he needed to turn and just chuck it. It, whip route, chuck it over their head over there, like right over Bruce's head, or just eat it.
Yeah, just eat it. That's what I was thinking. Like, what
if you just eat it, it's field goal range. I mean, all that happened quick. I mean, the best probably would have been to eat it with him not being able to handle the snap. But that was, that you could call that one on Logan Jones because of who our quarterbacks are. But that was his only bad snap of the game, so.
But it cost us points.
Yep.
Or a chance at points.
I mean, I'm sure they.
And even if we didn't, it also cost us an opportunity to bring out Torrey Taylor as a, just pin him back and let our defense try to do something there. Momentum, everything. It just.
Right. This was that long drive by Nebraska that drove me insane. 2 fumbles by the quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And after watching it again, I kind of see where you couldn't 100% blame Padilla because of the bad snap, but he still needed to know pre-snap what was going on.
It's a heck of a return right there.
Yeah. That was good blocking. And he just followed his blocks. I really wish they'd have a faster guy returning kicks, though.
I didn't think speed was an issue there. Just
no, but you could tell he just kind of looks like he's just jogging, following his blocks. He doesn't have that. I mean, I don't think he's ever been caught from behind so far. So he is fast. Stop. Sorry. We have a UPS guy here, and she's going freaking nuts.
Yeah.
She likes her. Shelby, stop. She is not going to give you a cookie.
So we came right back to empty.
Yeah, we're right back to empty, and they have 5 guys, right? 4. They're overloading one side. So as a quarterback, you have to see this. You have to know this, and you have a slot receiver with nobody like on him right now. You have to post snap. You're going to have to confirm what the coverage is. But right here, if he runs even a whip route, an arrow route, depending on what they have him running, you need to adjust. Okay, so they had this play on, and I don't understand this play call. So I don't understand why. Yeah, he gained 3 yards, but you're not supposed to catch the ball there. You're supposed to catch the ball behind the lineman. He catches the ball in front of the line. So I don't know. Bruce don't know how to run that play. I don't know if that's on Bruce, if that's on the play designer. Like that play literally made no sense. Do you see where the linemen are? Like, look where these linemen are. They can't block anybody. I mean,
Right.
You got to go behind them so they can get in front of you.
Well, it almost looked to me like Bruce needed to come back to the football.
Yes, that's what
and that way those linemen have a chance to get out in front of them. The play call was it would have worked great. The timing was a little off.
I don't know if Bruce was. You're not supposed to catch the ball in front of the line of scrimmage. You have to be behind.
Right.
First of all, if you catch a ball in front of the line of scrimmage with those linemen downfield, that's a penalty.
Right.
So if they were there doing nothing, look at that pocket, and look who has the ball. He's just always open. But did you see the pocket? I mean, the offensive line did their job again. And we throw it short. He could have went a little deeper. He had all day to throw. They went empty a lot in this game, which is why Nebraska started blitzing 6.
Here it looks like they're content to play coverage.
Yep.
They rush 4.
This is just. I'm going to go back and watch it, and I'm going to watch somebody else. I was watching the offensive line. The line did great. But I don't understand this throw. Let's see, this is what I do. Looks like he has Bruce in the middle of the field, but we obviously can't see because it's not a tape. I wish it was a coach's tape because then we could see. But I do have a lot of people tell me, former players who go to these games tell me that the receivers are open deeper. But the quarterbacks just won't throw it. But we know Cade will. So, I mean, that's a huge deal. When people like that play, everybody, Hawkeye world would go nuts calling, hello, Sam, calling it's the play call. They never go for the first down. It's 3rd and 12. We go 3rd and 4 or whatever. We go 4-yard out. But that play call was not designed just for that. That's just where the quarterback threw the ball.
Yeah. And that's where the defense is saying, they're all too happy to let you have that, right? So they're gonna be set up in a way. If you want to throw a 4-yard out to the sideline on 3rd and 8, the Iowa defense does it as well, right? I mean, we're gonna take away the stuff over the top, let you have something underneath, come up and make a tackle.
Look at that blocking. Yeah, that was perfect again. Just destroying. Can somebody help me with what Jared said before this?
Jared said, do you blame the coaches for not better preparing the second string quarterback? And then he said Shelby, and I don't know what that means, Shelby.
Oh, Shelby's my dog.
Okay.
Yeah. He's Shelby is named after Carroll Shelby.
Oh, okay.
Who invented the Mustang. Okay. No, it's not about having them not prepared because both quarterbacks do it. And Nate didn't do it, right? And Petrus had Ken O'Keefe just like Nate did. So they're prepared for it. They just can't execute it. Like there's a lot of people, and I'm sure there's something in your guys' life where if you have 30 seconds to think about it, you just don't think of everything you're supposed to, right? Yeah. Like if somebody says there's a bomb, are you really going to know what to do in that moment? So, oh yeah, this play. I don't understand. I mean, this was perfectly designed, everything. But look where Padilla throws the ball. like wide open. That's wide open. Watch Bruce's reaction. He's just like, what? I mean, what do I have to do? Like, so that was Padilla's first incomplete pass, but he hasn't thrown the ball over 5 yards yet, I don't think. So that doesn't make any that's the kind of stuff you have to make. Those are that's just an easy completion. I just don't, unless their timing wasn't down, maybe Bruce went too deep. Like, obviously I'm not in practice to know all of that. Okay, now they got 6 up there again. Let's see how they block it or see what they do.
So last time we threw the bubble screen.
Yep. Okay, so look. Oh, this is the Jack Plum play. Look, this is the slide protection play. See how all the linemen turn left? However, Padilla doesn't roll left. The left guard is turning left. Look at Jack Plum at the top turning left, right?
Yeah.
That, I mean, I just don't. And it came out later that this was slide protection. That's what the coaches came out and said. It was all over Twitter what this was. Padilla needed an audible right here, but he doesn't. Everybody slides left. But, I mean, common sense for a Division I football player would be like, I don't have anybody to block, coach. Can I turn right? Like, I mean, the coaches did not put that on Jack. They said it was Padilla needed to change protection, and he didn't. But to me, that's common sense. Like, I don't – that's just – but that was the only time that it happened during this game, but that was just a big one because it was on 3rd down. And that's the one play everybody remembered, which is probably why the coaches felt the need to come out and say something.
Yeah.
That was slide protection.
Where are we at in the game wise right now?
I'm thinking halftime.
Yeah.
Halftime? Oh, the reason why I was asking is I like to try to limit this podcast to about an hour, and we've only got like 8 minutes left.
And I feel like we've made our point here anyway.
I mean, yeah, we could do the second half another time, or I could do the second half on my Facebook page too.
But
Okay.
either way, I mean, if you want to, of course, feel free, Hack. But if our goal here was to show, 1, the offense works, 2, the offensive line was adequate, if not good, I feel like we accomplished that for the most part.
Well, here's one thing we didn't get to see. We didn't get to see us score the 17 points that we did in that game.
Yeah. But, without even scoring points, I think we showed that, we had competent O-line play.
It had like a 60-yard touchdown run. I mean, the second half, all of a sudden Iowa started scoring. They started doing everything they wanted. But Diaz started hitting passes downfield. Like, he hit a couple in the 15 to 20-yard range to Lachey in the second half. The second half, the line even gets better. And there's only 2 plays you could say. You could say that there was probably, 3 or 4 stalemates at the line of scrimmage. And there was only like 2 or 3 plays where it was truly the offensive line's fault.
Mm-hmm.
Where somebody got burnt. But we could stop it here, Dean, and I could do the second half on Facebook at someday.
Okay, that'd be good. Okay, what's the difference between Padilla's performance in this game and the bowl game? Well, the first difference is Padilla didn't play the bowl game.
Yeah, we had Sam Laporta in the bowl game.
Yes, but we didn't have. We had
no Bruce.
We had Joey.
Right.
Joey Labas played.
Labas played the quarterback, which I don't think he did a bad job. He didn't do a great job, but he didn't do a bad job.
No,
he did just fine. It wasn't on him. That game was on Coach Ferentz. Kirk shut the offense down.
Iowa won that game. Once we got up 10, it was like, okay, let's just get out of here with a win.
Well,
I
no,
know.
they
We got 21-0 at halftime, and it's just like, shut her down, boys. Shut her
That's
down.
sports,
I even told you guys on the group chat. I says it looks like a good place to shut down the offense.
It's going to be the most boring second half possible if Kirk has his way.
That's when Kirk and Brian got into a fight on the sidelines. And then, if you remember the last 5 minutes of the game, Brian started throwing deep. Remember that?
Yeah.
It's like he said, "Screw you, Dad." And he just started throwing the ball deep. And they had wide open receivers, but Joey couldn't hit them. Lachey was in the end zone, wide open, and threw it right over his head. So Lachey kind of struggles with a deep ball too, I think. Or not Lachey, Joey LeBon. If you go back and watch the last 5 minutes of the bowl game, is the funniest stuff you'll ever see because Kirk and Brian get into a fight. Brian all of a sudden decides to start throwing deep, up 21-0. So, yeah, Dean, if you want to shut her down.
Okay. We'll do that. I mean, we can do more of this. We can just, do other games. I mean, this was kind of interesting what I heard because I learned some stuff tonight, what I was listening to. But, I do have a party in the other room going on.
That's fine.
This was fun. We haven't, gotten together in quite a while. So
No, we haven't.
I was glad to be part of this.
Maybe we could just do the second half another time when Paul and we can all just get together. Maybe we can make this a weekly thing. I don't know until.
If you're up to it, I mean, I know the audience would love you because they love having you out there.
Well, I mean, this was fun for me, but I mean, I'm gonna have some mental lapse. But this was like regular. So like this was fun for me. This is what I love. Like, right?
Don't forget your goal though. At the end of this, is you get a new built computer. So don't screw that up.
Right. I love my son. Both my boys. I love them. No, you're right. I know. All righty. Then I will shut her down. See you guys next. Well, you won't see me, but we'll do this next video.
All right.
Gotcha.
I don't want you
good.
to see me right now.
All right. Guys, take care. Come back next time and we'll do it again.
Absolutely.
Okay. Bye.
Bye, guys.